Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about the Harris interview, expectations, and employees. We got a bunch of messages about the interview, most asking about how I thought she did overall. But something stuck out, and it's a single word that's in every single message we've gotten so far. Boring. The interview was boring. In a word, yes, it was boring. Generally, discussions about policy are boring. Maybe people have had their expectations skewed by 8 years of Trump. People who run nuclear-armed countries should not constantly have their citizens saying, "I can't believe he said that," or "I can't believe he did that." The position the candidates are applying for is to be head of state of the most powerful nation on the planet and commander-in-chief of the most advanced military the world has ever known. They're not applying to be a reality TV show host where outrageous behavior gets good ratings. A president should be deliberate and calm, not grievance-driven and prone to emotional outbursts. What are the interviews and debates? They're a job interview. Have you had much success during job interviews by telling the person interviewing you that their company is horrible and that the only way it can be fixed is by hiring you? Do you get hired by insulting other people in the company, implying that the highest-ranking woman in the company slept her way into her position? Of course not. More importantly, would you hire that person after having already fired them once for poor job performance? What if their friends showed up after they were fired and trashed your office, threatened violence, and said you couldn't fire them? Let's be honest. Trump was a bad hire. He's that supplier that constantly overpromised and underdelivered, then blamed you. Yes, it was boring. The interview itself was mainly just an explanation of evolutions on policy or previous missteps, responding to Trump world's irrational attacks and talking about Biden's endorsement. I would much rather prefer what we saw than watching a candidate claim that maybe somebody in the current administration set them up after a botched event at Arlington. There are going to be a lot of people who get really bored with politics once Trump finally falls out of the public eye. I personally can't wait until we, as a country, get back to talking about policy instead of politicians trash-talking and conspiracy theories. The political situation since Trump came on scene has not been productive. It has not helped Americans. What many people have become accustomed to over the last 8 years is not the norm. In fact, it's, weird. The fact that people expect an interview of a presidential ticket, one of them being the incumbent vice president, to be somehow exciting shows how much Trump has influenced the expectations of Americans. They expect fireworks. They expect the behavior of an already fired bad hire. The country and the world is facing an extremely challenging future. I think we should expect more of presidential candidates than wild rhetoric and behavior that wouldn't get you hired for any other job. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.